Can a Christian marry a Jew? Yes, a Christian can marry a Jew. In fact, many Christians and Jews have successfully navigated interfaith marriages. While there may be some challenges that come with being in an interfaith relationship, it is certainly possible for two people of different faiths to be happily married. There are a few things to consider if you are thinking about marrying someone of a different faith. First, it is important to make sure that you are both on the same page regarding your beliefs and values. Discussing religion early on in the relationship can help to avoid any misunderstandings down the road. It is also important to be respectful of each other's beliefs and practices. Even if you do not agree with everything your partner believes, it is important to show them respect. Finally, it is important to find ways to compromise and accommodate each other's needs. For example, maybe you attend church together on Sundays but also celebrate holidays from both religions. Can a Christian marry a Jew? The answer may surprise you. While there are some religious restrictions on marriage between members of different faiths, it is generally not an issue for Christians marrying Jews. In fact, many interfaith marriages are successful and provide couples with the best of both worlds, the ability to share their respective faith traditions with one another while also learning about and respecting each other's beliefs. Of course, as with any marriage, communication and compromise are key. If both partners are committed to making the relationship work, then there is no reason why an interfaith marriage can't be just as strong and happy as any other. Can a Christian marry a non-Christian? It's a common question that arises when two people of different faiths start dating. Can a Christian marry a non-Christian? The short answer is yes, but there are some important considerations to keep in mind. First and foremost, it's important to remember that marriage is a covenantal relationship between two people before God. This means that both partners need to be committed to each other and to God and be willing to work together as equal partners in the marriage. If one partner is not a Christian, this doesn't mean that the marriage can't work, but it does mean that both partners will need to be open-minded and respectful of each other's beliefs. Another consideration is whether or not you want to have children together. If you do, it's important to think about how you will raise them. Will they be raised in one faith or both? How will you handle holidays and special occasions? It's important to talk about these things ahead of time so that you're on the same page from the start. Overall, marrying someone of a different faith can be challenging at times, but it can also be incredibly rewarding. If both partners are committed to each other and their relationship with God, then anything is possible. Can a Jew marry a non-Jew in Israel? Yes, a Jew can marry a non-Jew in Israel. The Israeli government recognizes marriages between Jews and non-Jews that are performed outside of Israel, and these marriages are considered valid in Israel. There is no official conversion process required for the spouse who is not Jewish, but the couple may choose to undergo a private conversion ceremony. In order for the marriage to be recognized by the Orthodox rabbinate in Israel, however, the couple must obtain a special dispensation from a rabbi. Can a Jew get married in a church? Yes, a Jew can get married in a church. In fact, many Jews choose to do so because it is often more convenient than finding a synagogue that is willing to host a Jewish wedding. Additionally, some couples feel that getting married in a church adds an element of sanctity or romance to the occasion. While there are some logistical considerations that need to be taken into account, making sure the ceremony is officiated by a rabbi. Overall, it is perfectly possible for a Jew to get married in a church. Are Jews allowed to kiss before marriage? In the Orthodox Jewish community, premarital kissing is not allowed. This is because it is seen as a way to gauge compatibility and attraction, and therefore goes against the concept of arranged marriages. In addition, kissing can lead to sexual intercourse, which is also not allowed before marriage. Will a rabbi marry an interfaith couple? If you're an interfaith couple considering marriage, you may be wondering if a rabbi will marry you. The answer is maybe. While some rabbis are willing to officiate interfaith marriages, others believe that it goes against Jewish law and therefore will not do so. Ultimately, it's up to the rabbi to decide whether or not they're willing to perform the ceremony. If you're hoping to have a rabbi officiate your wedding but are unsure of where they stand on the issue, the best thing to do is ask them directly. Many rabbis are open to talking about interfaith marriage and can offer guidance on how to make your ceremony as meaningful as possible. Jewish marriage rules. In Judaism, marriage is not just a union between two people. It is also the joining of two families. Because of this, there are certain rules and traditions that must be followed in order to ensure a successful marriage. The first step in a Jewish marriage is the engagement. This is when the families of the bride and groom come together to negotiate the terms of the marriage contract. Once this contract is signed, the couple is considered officially engaged. The next step is the wedding ceremony itself. A traditional Jewish wedding ceremony includes several important elements, such as the breaking of a glass and the recitation of specific vows. After the ceremony, it is customary for the groom to carry his new wife over the threshold of their home to symbolize his commitment to protecting and providing for her. After the wedding comes what is known as the 7 days of separation. During this time, the newlyweds remain apart from each other, while they each spend time with their respective families. On the 7th day, they are reunited and begin their life together as husband and wife. Orthodox Jewish marriage rules. In Orthodox Judaism, marriage is not just a union between two people, it's also a sacred covenant between husband and wife and God. As such, there are many rules and guidelines that Orthodox Jews must follow when it comes to getting married. First and foremost, an Orthodox Jewish couple can only marry each other if they are both halakhically Jewish. This means that either they were born to a Jewish mother or they have gone through a formal conversion process. Secondly, an Orthodox Jewish marriage must be officiated by a rabbi in order for it to be considered valid. The rabbi will oversee the signing of the ketubah, the Jewish marriage contract, and recite the traditional 7 blessings. Thirdly, an Orthodox Jewish wedding ceremony must take place under a huppah, a canopy symbolizing the home that the new couple will build together. The groom typically breaks a glass at the end of the ceremony as a reminder of the destruction of the Holy Temple in Jerusalem. Fourthly, after getting married, an Orthodox Jewish couple must observe yichud seclusion, which means spending time alone together in private without any interruptions. This helps them to get to know each other better and deepen their connection as husband and wife. Lastly, sex is reserved for married couples only in Orthodox Judaism. Before consummating their marriage, however, couples must first immerse themselves in a mikveh ritual bath, which signifies their new status as husband and wife. Jewish dating rules. When it comes to dating, Jewish couples have very specific rules that they follow. These rules are based on religious beliefs and traditions, and they govern everything from when a couple can meet to how they can behave while together. Here is a look at some of the most important Jewish dating rules. Number 1. The couple must be introduced by a mutual friend. This is so that the families can get to know each other and give their blessing to the relationship. Number 2. The couple can only go out in public places where they will be chaperoned by another adult. This rule is in place to make sure that the couple does not get too physical with each other before marriage. Number 3. The couple must wait until marriage to have sex. Sex is considered a very sacred act in Judaism, and it is meant to be shared between a husband and wife only after they are married. Number 4. The man must always pay for dates. This rule stems from the idea that men are supposed to be providers for their families. Thus, it is expected that he would also provide for his date financially. In conclusion, yes, a Christian can marry a Jew. In fact, many Christians and Jews have married each other throughout history. While there may be some challenges in doing so, it is certainly possible for these two religions to come together in marriage. Please, if this is your first time on my YouTube channel, kindly like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and click the bell icon to get new video updates. Thanks for watching and remain blessed.